It's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Right to the air is Willis. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Titans had 3 and 9 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Third down, it's Willis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
They go play action. Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First and 10, it's Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Throwing, Mills. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line?
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On play action, Mills rolling to his left. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
First down, Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. 14 Titans, nothing. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Willis. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down carry for Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
On 2nd and 11 now. Willis, he finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Escaping the pressure right. Check down here for Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll buy some time right. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now Willis. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Texans defense stands tall. Play fake. Mills. That's caught by Howard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 30. 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 29, Willis. Henry's got it out on the left side. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Willis. And he's got his man on the out route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to the air with Willis. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Texans are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Last play of the half. Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Texans.
Pierce gets this one running right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mills. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw now in his own end zone. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away, and he'll take it just outside the 40. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Mills gets the dump off to Pierce. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Mills to throw it. Caught on a slant. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Texans 42, Titans 9.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at the 40. Now Willis on first and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up. The quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Willis. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Willis, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And some space here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Give to Pierce. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going for it with Pierce. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Second down, here's Willis.
And he's got his big tight end here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw, Willis.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. It's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.